Howdy do, I'm Ghoulie Joe, and it's Throwback Saturday because I'm running behind this week. This is my review of Dressed to Kill. It's a 1980 movie directed by Brian De Palma, who did Carrie and Sisters. It's about a woman named Kate, played by Angie Dickinson, who's murdered. And that's not a spoiler, that happens half an hour into the movie because Brian De Palma shamelessly borrows from Psycho in this movie. And her death is investigated by Detective Marino, played by Dennis Franz, her son Peter, played by Keith Gordon from Christine, and Liz, Nancy Allen, who saw the murder. Along for the ride also is Dr. Elliot, played by Michael Caine, who was Kate's psychiatrist. And the murderer knows them all, and she knows that they know, and they know that she knows that they know. And these were my feelings during the opening, while Kate is taking a shower. Oh no, not a shower! Not soft, easy listening music! Not a straight razor! Not a woman enjoying her body! Why is she wearing so much eyeshadow? And then when she is killed, the guy grabs her crotch. It's very Freudian. But it's some kind of fantasy sequence or dream or something, because then it cuts right to her having sex with her husband Mike. And she's pretending to enjoy it, but she's not really. And then he just gets up and pats her cheek like, hey, swell, thanks, you're a good girl. And the movie's very concerned with repression of self, of sexual feelings, of emotions. Dr. Elliot is helping Kate explore her dissatisfaction with Mike. Stop apologizing and tell Mike he makes you mad, he says. I'm not going to try to do the accent. There's nothing wrong with you. Kate's very tightly wound. You see her planning every move in a little planner, and she gets mad when Peter breaks plans with her. Voyeurism is really big in the movie also. The gaze. Liz sees Kate's murder. The killer is watching her. In one scene when Kate goes home with some random dude, the cab driver's like adjusting his mirror so he can watch them in the back seat. And then when she's doing the walk of shame home, there's a little girl staring at her in the elevator. And in one scene, the killer's strangling someone, and there's just like an army of... It's in a mental hospital. There's an army of mental patients watching and hooting, and then there's Peter and his fancy spying equipment. If you've heard of the movie beforehand, then you probably know that the killer is transsexual. It's pretty sensitively handled for 1980. There's one scene that's playing on a TV in the background. There's an interviewer talking to a transsexual woman. She is talking about how she used to be a cop, and that's my dog drinking water. And just talking about the basic points of being a transsexual and making it sound, not like she's sick in the head. And the interviewer is pretty sensitive. He's trying to find a polite way to ask her if she's gay or heterosexual, and he's like, I don't want to use a prejudicial word like normal, but... And she goes, I've always been a devout heterosexual. And it's 1980, that's super progressive. And gender is a fascinating factor in the movie. The movie examines all kinds of masculinity. We have Peter, who's smart and brave and so nerdy. He looks like Harry Potter, actually. His hair's a little longer, but he's got the glasses and the facial structure. But he's the hero. And then Dr. Elliot, who's sensitive and empathetic. But then there's Marino, who's like the typical macho gum-chewing lapels out to here. Unlike Dr. Elliot and Peter, who mourn Kate's death, he's over there going, she's a hot pants broad. Let's get some coffee. Yeah, that's my New York accent. Looking at the feminine, we've talked about Kate, and Liz is an interesting character. She's a high-priced call girl. She's very financially savvy. In the scene right before Kate's death, she's standing there talking with a John about giving her broker a little call. Talking about stock options. It's pretty funny. Race is not a fascinating factor in the movie, unfortunately. In one scene, Liz is threatened with rape by 4 black dudes, and then she runs off and finds a black cop, but he doesn't really make up for like the previous. It's just It's a short, inconsequential scene, but still. Ugh. Overall, it's pretty okay in terms of social justice issues. I liked it a lot. I recommend it if you're into slashers with a little class. If you like what you saw, I have more videos, and I have a WordPress that I add to almost every day. And I have a Facebook. And this upcoming Wednesday, just a reminder, I'm doing Watch Party Wednesday. The idea is we all get together and watch a movie at the same time on Netflix and then chat about it. This week, this upcoming Wednesday, October 16th, it's going to be Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I'll be watching it on Netflix at 8 o'clock Pacific time, so if you want to join me, then that'd be swell. Good girl! And that is all. Thank you. Night, night.